Hey everyone, it's Libby from maighstirtarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Te Atiawa First Nations people and welcome to you, your guides, my guides, and the universal energies. Oh boy, have a day off and where to start? Okay, thank you for joining me. I do apologise if I look a little bit tired. I think we're all tired. We're all exhausted at the moment. I made a comment on Susan Lynn's channel last night that I really am of the frame of mind where I just want to pull the covers over my head and hide out for the next couple of weeks at the same time that I want to link arms and hold the line with everybody. So it is very exhausting energy to be in at the moment. Right. Oh, what do I want to have a look at first up? I want to have a look at Tim Walz and what's happening there. There's been a couple of fake reports that have come out, reported as fake by the Director of National Intelligence of being from Russian origin. One of them was about a supposed hit and run back, 20 odd years ago. Another was allegedly claiming that he had assaulted a student nearly 30 years ago. The student, a supposed student that was disguised during the interview, apparently did go to the school, but the actual student who it was supposed to be came out and said, "That wasn't me." So, again, very, very fake. And the interviewer on that particular interview was an ex-Florida sheriff who is apparently currently living in Russia. So, oh, goodness me. In Arizona, a mailbox was set on fire which contained ballots. So even though I do say, please, if you can, vote early. If you can do it at a voting office, or you can drop your ballots off at an official ballot drop-off point. Best options if you can. So I just want to look to see how Tim Walz is feeling in regards to this. Now, I really feel that Tim Walz may just be a one-term VP. He will do amazingly well, but I do feel he'll only be a one-term VP. And then once Harris has proven herself as a president, do feel that she'll have, I don't know whether it'll be Buttigieg will step up or whether he will step up in her second. No, she'll only do the 2 terms, won't she? Anyhow, that's off topic. What I'm wanting to have a look at is how's Tim Walz feeling with what's happening. Now, I did read forever ago when Tim was first nominated VP that there will be stuff that will come out that will make him really second guess, have I made the right decision, etc. Sorry, I'm just trying to get my light right there. Has he made the right decision? Starting off with the attacking of Gus, but this is getting even dirtier. So, how's Tim Walz feeling with all that's going on? Come on, let's have a look. How is Tim Walz feeling? The judgment card. Yeah, judgment being passed on him. A lot of noise. There's also, but I must admit, there's a collective awakening about the fact that these are false stories. Apparently, in the one of the interviews or something, it's on social media, allegedly reported in some San Francisco news TV station that doesn't even exist, but they have been viewed on social media a couple of million times. So, there will be those that will want to believe anything, but we've got the judgment card here at the moment. It's just all coming at him. He will do brilliantly. It's just, if I say it's not overwhelming, but it's whelming. What is coming at Walz, completely unjustified, completely untrue. Yeah, but I'm just going to say he feels whelmed. Okay, and the second signifier here is Harris. She's got his back. She will stand up for him. They will make a fabulous team. On the foundation here, I'm feeling that this is Gwen Walz, the emotionally mature female who's stable, secure, holding something not revealed in her cup, which is holding some part of Tim Walz back for in his personal life. uh, for him to hold on to in his personal life as part of his personal life. It's not all out there on display. So yeah, he is going to be surrounded by very strong women. The energies behind the scenes, we do have a new journey, and boy oh boy is he setting off on this new journey. Absolutely. It's all new territory for him. Uh, Harris has had some experience in the role being VP, and she was Madam President for a period of time, just a few hours while Joe Biden was under anaesthetic. But she's been closer to the big chair. So for Tim, this is really a huge learning curve. But I think he's going to step up. He's going to bring it. He's got ideas. He's got plans. He's steadfast. He's solid. He's dependable, and he's ready to step into the well, if I say the secondary chair. So remembering, regardless of what happens at the moment, that Joe Biden is the immune president sitting in the big chair in the big house at the moment. Joe Biden is the one that has the final say. So don't ever forget that for whatever will be coming down the pike, because it is going to get ghastly over the next couple of weeks, and probably next 4 to 6 weeks. You can guarantee Trump will declare himself a winner before the votes are even counted. You can put your money on that just about. They've even got, the Trump campaign was putting out that some nuns, I put it on my community page because they lived in a monastery. They don't actually have a residential address, so therefore they should be illegal for them to vote. They've done the same to the First Nations, Indigenous people in the US if they live on a reservation because they don't have a street address. They make it significantly difficult for them to vote. They can't win by legitimate means. Okay, here we've got the energy coming out of this new start. Biden himself, the King of Cups. Love these two kings here. The emotionally calm, stable, reliable, dependable, diplomatic king. So I suspect that he will be mentoring Tim. I kept feeling that he'd be mentoring somewhere in the administration, but I wasn't sure about Harris herself. I think he might be mentoring Tim, because you've got to remember Joe Walz is, Joe Walz, it's not, Joe Biden. Joe Biden has had both positions. He was VP under Obama, and then he was president. So I think he's going to have a lot of support around him. Yeah, there is this indecision for him. Am I doing the right thing? Am I doing the right thing, putting my family through this? You got to remember, I think his daughter, is she 16 or 17, along those lines? Still fairly young, still in school. Yeah, I'd say to a point he's still second guessing himself. Karma hanging over him. This was the path that he was meant to be on. This is his soul journey path. However, he's also shining a light on the snakes in the path, but he's finding the snakes in the path. So it's again this double sword here. The second karma is protecting his family. For him, foremost is to protect his family from this messaging that's coming out. I don't quite know how he would do this. All he can do is sit down with his family and explain it to them, but then you've got those at school, those in the community who are not particularly, may not be friendly. He's very much about protecting his family. The outcome, the energy's outcome, new beginning, new opportunities. He's bringing new healing. He's bringing new ideas. He will be solid, dependable, moving forward with these new ideas in government. And he will be working really hard behind the scenes. He will be a the perfect jigsaw fit for Harris, because they're bringing a different energy. He's bringing swords energy. He's bringing pentacles energy. Pentacles energy of healing, of presenting of opportunities and hope. I'm not feeling money as such. Manifesting his opportunities going forward, being able to create the role for himself is what I'm getting out of that. And I have seen that he and Harris, they're going to be a completely different way of president and vice president than we have seen in the past. And I do see them as more equals rather than president and someone who just backs up the president. I do feel that he'll be manifesting this role for himself, and it will be more of an equal to Harris, the law and order president. Tim is bringing a different energy there, and they are going to do what they do differently, and it is time for this to be done differently. Okay, so what I want to have a look at is just these stories that are coming out. I suspect there will be more. They're not going to let up with just these three that I believe three or four that came out that were completely, for the Director of National Intelligence to come out and say they are Russian propaganda videos, disinformation videos, yet we're looking at an ending of this aggressive dictatorship energy, but it does mean that they're going to get more desperate. Susan Lynn, actually, I'll just pop those down for a moment. Susan Lynn just did a brilliant video that I watched this morning she was talking about, and I've actually noted it down for Monday. She was talking about with the rise of the feminine energy, as she said, it's Lady Justice, it's Lady Liberty, it's this feminine energy that's coming forward, that there is an element of men, whether they be straight, gay, old, young, rich, poor, whatever it is, not all men, in fact it's a minority, who are going to really struggle, because for the past 250, 300 years, men have been in control, in the position of power in work, politics, home, on the home front, every aspect of life. And what's happened is since the 70s is women have had the opportunity, but also have been encouraged and taught that they can have it all. I mean, you can't have it all at the same time, but they can choose what they want. And for example, last house I built, I had a full female electrician team. Woohoo! If they decide they don't want to get married, go for it. If they decide they don't want to have children, they choose not to. If they decide they want to have children but without a partner, go for it. So there's this rise in the female. But what's happened at the same time is we haven't, since the 70s, taught the young men and the men coming through that it is where their role is. And I think I talked about this a couple of weeks ago in a video as well about the young men, about their role in this new society. And what's happening is there's an element of them that are finding, Tim Walz is not one of those, neither is Doug Emhoff, is that his name? That they're fully supportive, but there is an element that don't know where they fit in anymore and find themselves feeling rejected and disenfranchised because the female or the feminine energy doesn't want what they're offering anymore. So I'm just putting that out there, and what I want to have a talk about, I'll talk about it next week, is very much about it's not someone doesn't have to lose for somebody else to win. Just because somebody gets a bigger slice of the pie doesn't mean you get a smaller slice. It just means bake a bigger pie. Does that make sense? So we're going to move into this competitive energy for a while. That's going to be, oh, goodness me, it's one of those of, I'm already at the other side personally, and so is my mum, and so is a lot of people that I know, both male and female. And as I said to my mum this morning, goodness me, I just really just want to go to sleep, wake up in 20 years' time, the same age I am now, once we've gone through this energy stage. But we don't have the pleasure of doing it. That's why I say it's fun. I'm tired. I want to hide under the covers at the same time that I want to link arms with you all and hold the line. So we're in this together. Okay, so yeah, it's about we're moving from a win-lose attitude in society towards a win-win, but it will take a lot of change in attitude from a certain element, as that showed itself to me, to actually move into that new energy. So what I want to have a look at, so Tim Walz, as a VP. So show me, how is this affecting Tim Walz? This, what's coming out? Yeah, okay. For those that remember that reading a while back when he was first nominated VP, I just felt he was going to struggle with, I felt real second guessing, that he was going to, he was going to question, why have I done this? Does that make sense? And I think this is what's bringing it about. And it's, I'm just going to say, I think it's going to get worse. I think there's more social media that's going to come out. But anyhow, how's Tim Walz going to go forward with this? Right, Three of Wands. So this is very much about communications coming in from overseas. This is the signifier here. This isn't Tim himself. I'm just going to say there's going to be more. There's going to be more. Here's Gwen. She's going to be his rock. I have always seen that. She's going to steadfast hold space for him behind the scenes. She's going to make sure that there is aspects of their private life that are precious and held on to for the family only, the private life. So, yep, I like that. We've got the foundation, we've got the legacy, the oligarchical money that's paying for this disinformation, trying to, again, sow disinformation. But he is of his time. This is karmic for him. This is in the past. Him being chosen as VP was a karmic moment for him. It is his time now. On the base, we've got the government. Let's see where this goes. Here is Joe Biden, the emotionally mature, diplomatic, calm, elder statesman. So I'm going to say that between Joe and Gwen, they're going to do a really good job. Okay, but again, here's this he's going to be second guessing. Externally, he's going to be working really hard. He's going to be bringing a lot to the table. He is going to be a perfect fit for Harris. Internally, here he is, sitting strong, same cards, different order. But again, hopes and fears. Could be what the sort of thing that's happening, because it's not going to stop on November the 5th. It's not going to stop. Might bring about some health issues perhaps, or it's just the 2 twos there, second guessing if I made the right choice. Again, same cards, different order with some extras scattered in. He's going to be solid, dependable, moving forward, absolutely. Four of Pentacles, however, behind the scenes he may have some insecurity. Here's Harris herself standing fast with them. They're going to be bringing she's going to really appreciate Walz's different point of view. They're not the same, but they are fabulously complementary. So she's going to respect his different point of view, and I think the voters are as well, that they're bringing bringing difference. But then we have another two, the Two of Wands. Which path do I take forward? Here we have the offer. I think this might be the 4-year offer, Four of Cups. The Four of Cups at the 4 years, he might try and make a choice. If I kept going, we've got legals, abuse of power, messaging, abuse of power. This isn't Tim. This is may even be the whole 4 years that he's going to find himself in this anxiety position. But I think he's going to be able to manifest new partnerships and new emotions, new way of doing. He's bringing a sort of truth here, bringing forward a truth to the people with his really powerful messaging. He's going to be amazing, but do not be surprised if he just does the 4 years. The government, a lot of positive messaging, a lot of helping people, but then he's going to an end of the way of things were, a lot of compassionate strength and hidden agendas are going to be exposed, but it's just not going to be an easy path for him, and it's not going to be easy for his family having him in the spotlight. I think he is going to be amazing, but first of all, he doesn't deserve at all. His family doesn't, but I do. So it is. It just is. How do I put it? The feeling they're giving me is he will do what needs to be done. He has pledged that he will see through. But I suspect the 4 years will be his limit because of what it is putting him, his wife, and his children through. He is a teacher. Teachers teach because they do it well. They teach for a lot of reasons. Some teachers are there for the money, but the majority of teachers teach because they are drawn to helping, to servicing, to educating, to nurturing the next generation. And it does mean that they're not quite as tough-skinned as a prosecution lawyer would be. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. Huge love to Tim Walz, and let's see how it plays out. Love to you all. Take care. Bye-bye.